Let's go to Scoop Jefferson now in Fort Worth with us today. And Scoop, looks like you're out at the big airport right now. We know that they've had a lot of cancellations today, a lot of delays. How are things looking there right now? Are flights resuming?
Well, the airport, DFW, they're working to improve travel. We've heard from a couple of passengers who are very frustrated because their travel plans have not gone as planned because of the winter weather, and part of that is because of the planes not being able to take off from DFW. I'm going to step out of the way and give you a look at what's happening here. This is some de-icing that's actually taking place. After hearing from those passengers, I started making some phone calls, and I have spoken with DFW officials. They tell me they do have plenty of de-icing fluid for the airplanes. They have not ran out. They have anticipated the travel challenges during this winter weather. They tell me they also have plenty of de-icing for the ground as well. The runways are opening back up. The ground stop, they told me just a few minutes ago, is going to be lifted at any moment now. And they also tell me that they have scheduled DFW employees around the clock so they can maintain operations during this winter weather situation. As you can see right there, there are plenty of plows. They have this they're getting an escort from airport security. They are clearing the runways. Again, the ground stop, they tell me, is going to be open at any moment. As you can see, they're very assertive in challenging this winter weather that's on the ground here at DFW. They've also told me to inform passengers, if you have a flight at DFW, to contact your airline ahead of time, because chances are there may be some delays because of the winter weather. As you can see, they are clearing the roadway here. The planes actually line up here, and as you can see, the de-icing team, they are using lifts to get above the planes and spray the planes with the de-icing fluid so that they can take off. You can hear a plane actually taking off above me right now. And this is happening on both sides of the airport and on all of the runways. Again, they told me that the ground stop is going to be lifted at any moment. Obviously it is, because we just saw a plane take off. Get here early. They are advising, if you do have to fly, come early, be careful, and plan on delays. And by getting here early, that can help take some of the frustration out of your travels. Again, they are de-icing planes. They are very aggressive in making sure that they could keep operations here as normal as possible during this winter weather. Jason, back to you in the studio.
All right, Scoop, good to see things moving along there finally after so many hours of that ground stop today. We will see how long they're able to get those planes in and out before we start seeing more of that wintry precip coming down. As Kyle was talking about just a little while ago, we're expecting a lot more as the day continues, so we'll see if they can keep up those airport operations with such a backlog there at the big airport. We're going to check in on what's happening at Love Field here in just a few minutes as well, just to get you updated on that. Meantime, that covers the skies. Let's head out and look at the roads now. Again, it really varies depending on where you are in North Texas right now, but none of it's really pretty. Tiffany Liu has been out and about. Tiffany, you've seen a lot just driving around, because we're just not used to this stuff here in North Texas.
Yeah, you know what, Jason? I have seen enough car accidents today, and I don't want to see any more. We've been out on the road since 3 in the morning. Just about half an hour ago, we saw a 4-car accident happen right in front of us in the Knox-Henderson area on 75 southbound. Right now, we're heading back onto 75 from downtown. We are heading northbound. Let me turn the camera around and show you the conditions that we're seeing at this time. You can see that it is wet out here. It's raining at this time, so no more of that sleet. It's not snowing right now, but it is raining. It is slippery. Cars need to take it slow. Right now, I'm looking over at our speedometer. We're going about 37 miles per hour. And a lot of the cars around us are going at that slow speed as well, but we have seen people flying by. And that's the one thing TxDOT wants to warn people to not do. They want you to take it slow. They want you to put your full attention to the road, because you just never know when you're going to hit one of those slick spots. It's not just the overpasses, it's not just the bridges, it's these highways, it's the service roads, really any road that you're going to be on today, anywhere in the DFW area. Now, I did speak with DFR, Dallas Fire Rescue, just moments ago, and they told me that they've seen 31 accidents between 6 a.m. and 12:45 p.m. And I could say, since we just saw that 4-car wreck, that's at least 32 accidents. Now, just now, a retired chaplain at Dallas Fire Rescue also sent me a text message. She reminded me of an incident back in 2014 where a Dallas firefighter, Scott Tanksley, was hit on an icy overpass while responding to an accident. He was knocked over that overpass and killed. Every year when we get icy conditions like this, his wife says she wishes she could shout it from the rooftops for people to stay off the roads, stay home if these roads get bad. Of course, we're going to continue to keep an eye out on the roads for you here, but if you don't need to get out today, don't do it, because as the temperatures start to dip, the conditions are just going to get even worse. I'll send it back to you in the studio, Jason.
Before I let you go here, I just wanted to ask a quick question. You've seen a lot of people driving around. You've been seeing some of these crashes. Have you also been seeing, though, perhaps some unsafe driving out there? I think you get lulled, especially if you're in these parts that, quote unquote, just have rain, but it doesn't take long before you hit ice in some particular instances. Are you seeing people getting maybe a little too confident in some of these places and then running into some trouble?
Yeah, absolutely. People are feeling a little too confident on the roads, going a little bit too fast. I'd say we've seen a lot of people zip by us, not just regular vehicles, but also trucks and other cars like that may take longer to brake. And of course, you never want to use those, you don't want to, brake really quickly. You don't want to jolt your wheel or anything like that, because in these sorts of situations, you just don't know. You can't assume that it's not going to be slippery out here.
Oh yeah, Tiffany. I worked in Pittsburgh many years ago, and the first big snowfall, I thought I had it. And I saw that stop sign, gave it the usual amount of time, and then hit the brake before letting off of the gas, and learned that lesson the hard way as I just slid down that hill, and thank God no one was coming through that intersection that I just slid right through. So point taken there. Please be safe out there, not only you all, but anyone else who's headed out today, and just don't go out if you don't have to. Thanks, Tiff. All right, I think we're going to head up to Denton County next, where Natalie Haddad has been today. Very different scene from what we're seeing there with Tiffany. Up in Denton, they've been getting fluffy snow for much of the day. Quite a bit of accumulation as well. People making snowmen out there in some cases. What are you seeing right now, Tiffany? Natalie, rather.
That's okay. It's fine. Yeah, we have seen these big, chunky snowflakes a lot of the morning, but actually just within the last few minutes, it is now icy and pelting us in the face, and it's pretty uncomfortable. Going to be honest with you. With me right now is Dustin Sternbeck. He is the Chief Communications Officer for the City of Denton. And I want you to very quickly take a look at the sidewalk. This is snowpack, but Dustin tells me the concern is what's going to happen later on in the day and overnight into the morning. It's going to freeze over. What is the city's main concern right now?
Yeah, our street crews just wrapped up addressing our primary roadways. They're moving into the secondary routes. And really, we're seeing quite a bit of steady traffic out there on the roadways. As you just mentioned, the temperatures are going to begin to fall, turning a lot of this slush and ice into slick, hazardous conditions. So really, our message is clear. If you don't need to go on the roads and travel, stay off of them. If you are out there, just slow down, take your time.
Speaking of the hazardous conditions, off camera, you and I were talking about the amount of accidents and crashes that the city has already seen. Do you have a ballpark number on how many have already occurred? And we also have some breaking news. There is a roadway closed as, enforcement agencies work an accident. Certainly, our first responders have been pretty steady in terms of responding to vehicle wrecks. Earlier, we were focused a lot on our service roads. We just had westbound 380 here in Denton shut down due to a vehicle accident, and we're just seeing a steady call volume regarding crashes. And the roadway that is closed? Westbound 380. Okay, so westbound 380, if you are on the road, which we hope you get home sooner rather than later, please know that that area is closed. They are working a crash there. Anything that you would like to tell the public? I know you touched on, stay home if you can, but any message from the city of Denton that you want to get out there?
Sir, a lot of our essential employees are out there working. Everyone from our utilities to street crews to first responders, solid waste and recycling. We have a lot of folks out there that are ensuring that essential city services are remaining flowing here for the city. Certainly want to make sure that people stay up to date on the latest information concerning the city of Denton. Our website, social media platforms are the best place to get that. Tune into your local news. Again, this is not over. Later this afternoon, we'll be making a call on our status for tomorrow. We're certainly working with a lot of our partners across the area, identifying anybody who's unhoused, trying to get them to our shelter. But really, lastly, people are just out here having fun. I mean, this is not something you see every day in the city of Denton. So there's a lot of great energy out here, and people are throwing snowballs, building snowmen. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. In the last hour, we had a snowman building competition, and they're still up. So we are going to end on a positive note, but we do want people to remember the seriousness of this. This snow, what has melted, is going to freeze overnight. We heard Dustin talk about how the city is trying to work and treat these secondary roads. But again, stay home if you can. I'll send it back to you in studio, Jason.